Well, this Saturday, September 19th, the city of Fredericksburg is kicking off its first pedestrian safety campaign. It's called Feet First in Fredericksburg, and it's going to take place at 2 intersections downtown on the corner of Caroline and William and Princess Anne and William. And at each intersection, we're going to have paint stations set up, and people are invited to come down, bring their kids, and actually dip their feet in paint buckets and then leave footprints on the sidewalks. So this is a fun activity for the community to engage in, but it's also a visual representation that feet are first here in the city. Fredericksburg has a lot of great trails, it has a really great active downtown, so it has a lot of walkability, and we want to protect that. So this is just our attempt to have some fun, but also educate the public to remember pedestrians when they're driving in their cars.
Well, it's a good visual, and it's a good visual for kids too.
Definitely, yes. We think kids will have a lot of fun with it. All of the paint is washable, so we promise it won't stain any shoes, any clothes, and it will definitely come off of their feet.
And I would think for kids this will be something they remember, not only the fun, but the message you're also trying to get across.
Yes, kids love color, they love paint, they love getting messy. We're also going to have sidewalk chalk available, so kids can actually, or adults, anyone can actually label their footprints, and so they can come back. The footprints are going to be up for about a week unless it rains, because it is washable paint, but people can come back and say, hey, that's my footprint right there, I left that mark. And we're also going to be giving out flyers just with information about looking for pedestrians when you're in the car, and also, reminding pedestrians to wait and cross at an appropriate time. Following the kickoff event for the next week, our officers are going to be giving out more warnings to drivers, just as a reminder to look for pedestrians, since this is such a walkable community we have.
So if someone wants to be involved in this, be downtown around noon.
Yes, Saturday, September 19th from 12 to 2. Come down, paint your feet. We want you to kick off your shoes and paint the city pedestrian safe.
A lot of pedestrians will come out into the crosswalk before it's clear, and if you pay attention to the sign, it says that the cars must yield to pedestrians within the crosswalk. So as a pedestrian, you should come up and, just like you were taught when you were a kid, look both ways and make sure it's clear before you step out into the crosswalk and actually walk across the street, because cars will be coming down the road and just not thinking, not looking. They'll just step out into the crosswalk thinking that cars are going to stop for them, but other drivers aren't paying attention, and a lot of people have that not paying attention, and just you see a lot of pedestrians struck that way.
Well, and you see a lot of people now who are paying more attention to their phone than
Absolutely.
on the sidewalk or the road.
Absolutely, all the time. You see people texting and driving, and we do the best we can to try to pull people over, but and then a lot of people will say, well, I'm not texting, I'm reading an email, or I'm answering a phone call, and it's all the same thing. If you're looking down at your phone, you're not paying attention to the road. So a lot of people are paying attention more to their phones than they are the road, and like I said, when drivers are driving down the road looking at their phone, they're not paying attention to the crosswalk. So it's very important as a walker or riding a bike, that when you do come up to the crosswalks, that you look both ways and make sure it's clear before you cross.
It's amazing that it's not any more complicated than look both ways, and we're told that from when we're 4 years old.
Absolutely, and it's just that simple. If everyone just takes the extra time, and a lot of the commuters, early in the morning, they're still trying to wake up, process what's going on, and they'll do the same thing. They'll just cross the street, trying to make the train, or just not paying attention, and so you got an accident. And unfortunately, we had a very bad one a couple years ago, where pedestrian lost her life, because she got struck by a car.
And that's there are bikes now on the roads. There all kinds of things.
Yeah, oh yeah. With the new trail system that the city has built, it's a lot of bike traffic, and a lot of people out there using the trail system, and they cross at very major intersections like Blue-Gray Parkway and at Lafayette, and certain points downtown, and on Fall Hill Avenue. So a lot of bike traffic.
And I guess it's all of this is so preventable.
Most of it's preventable. Like I said, if you just take that 1 second and look before you cross the road, and if drivers just remain vigilant when they're downtown and on Fall Hill Avenue, because we have a lot of people walking and enjoying the trails that the city has to offer, and just taking the time out to slow down and the pedestrians to look.
Yeah, and I guess we do hear so much about texting and driving, but for pedestrians too, we've got to be just as we've got to be just as alert.
Oh, no doubt. People texting and walking can be, hazardous also, So, yeah, if you're on your cell phone, you just got to be vigilant and, look at your surroundings and make sure you're not going to, get hit by a car or even walk into a pole. So yeah, it's very important on the pedestrian side also.
So we are actually going to be kicking off this event during Art Attack. They have graciously let us kick off our event during theirs. And if you haven't been to Art Attack, I highly encourage you to come down and see it. From 10 to 4, they're going to have lots of artists all around downtown with their canvases set up, painting so people can see art, how it's made. We also have to thank Capital Ale. They're supplying us with 8 volunteers. They're going to actually be manning the paint stations, and we couldn't thank them enough for helping with this. And Fredericksburg Main Street has been a really great partner as well with promotion, with finding volunteers for the event. So we just really appreciate everyone's help on this.
It's going to be colorful downtown.
Yes, come down, kick off your shoes, and paint the town pedestrian safe.